co-founder of Metafide, calling in today for a live supercharged event. Here we are again in the $77,000 range. Seems like it's a repeat of yesterday, as Bitcoin has just been bouncing around off of the extended ceasefire. Who knows where it's going to go? Will it go up? Will it go down? In the meantime, I'm having fun playing these games, riding out the volatility. Yeti, how you doing today? How you feeling? Good to see you.
Pretty good. I do not. I think we're still crashing down though. I can't believe that it's like the hope that seems totally misplaced to me. But hopefully I'm wrong. I mean, you still see Trump trying to, strongman them, and they just do not seem like the kinds of people that will respond to that.
Yeah.
Like he's just put out a tweet now saying Iran is having a very hard time figuring out who their leader is. They just don't know. The infighting in between the hardliners, who have been losing badly on the battlefield, and the moderates, who are not very moderate at all, but gaining my respect, is crazy. We have total control over the Strait of Hormuz. No ship can enter or leave without the approval of the United States Navy. It's sealed up tight until such a time as Iran is able to make a deal. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention on this matter. It just isn't budging on the blockade, and that is it's gonna go totally pear-shaped, I reckon.
Oh my goodness. I actually don't even know what that means. It's Australian slang, totally pear-shaped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never really heard that one. Maybe I'm just out of the loop, you know? What does pear-shaped mean?
Fucked.
Oh, pear shapes are fucked? Oh my god, dude. I didn't know that. I love a good pear. What do you mean, dude? What do you got against pears, bro?
Pears are great. Yeah. I mean, but I think it's pear shaped.
It's
it's meant to be a circle, but it's not. It's pear shaped.
You know, the best pears have a bruise on them usually. So,
you reckon?
You're right. Yeah, that's when they're the ripest. Just when they start to go a little brown on the outside. Oh, that's a juicy pear.
I actually don't. But I don't know about eating pears there. I reckon you want them not apple firm, but somewhere between squishy and apple. You don't. I don't like them at their real squishy. They tend to go chalky at that stage.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was thinking about you the other day because I went over to my girlfriend's mom's house, and she's like, "Yeah, I got this giant bag of papayas, all for $5, because they're really ripe or whatever."
Because
so
everyone hates really them.
Good. And I was like, you really kind of want them green. I was like, the reason they sold them for $5 for a giant bag is because when they're ripe, they don't really taste that good. And she was like, what? And then she tried it, and she's like, oh, this is terrible. She's like, you want some? I was like, no. I was like, Yeti warned me about this. She's like, I thought they would be so good. I was like, yeah, no, they're not. So I was like, here, try this recipe for an Asian salad. She goes, Alexa, give me a recipe for an Asian salad. I don't know.
But you can't use those pawpaws. You can't use ripe pawpaws in that. They need to be properly green for a pawpaw salad. Really green.
Oh yeah.
It'd be so gross if you used a ripe one in a pawpaw salad.
Yeah. Well, I told her to, so I don't know how it worked out. So
that's so good that you told her.
Probably made it worse, but I don't think it was going to make it any better. So nice job by a 16.26x. Alex Barber with a 15x and only wins. I'm grateful to be on that board with those types of wins there. So good job, guys. Very good work. Let's see. Got to check these Metafide rankings right now. Let's see if things are changing as we've made the games 24 hours. Oh my
They
God!
sure
This guy
have.
crackjack.
Ace is no longer in the lead.
Whoa, crackjack coming in the top 0.1%, the number one out here, 100 rating, 75,000 positions, $815 of volume,
He
followed by
must be good.
Blockchain Bane. Dude, Bane is so good. Blockchain
Yeah.
Bane coming out here with 68,547 positions, $14,000 of volume. And then a new me coming in here, 99.88, 63,000 positions, $28,000 of volume. Pieter coming in here as well, 57,000 positions and 3.77K of volume, followed by Ace, who used to be the king. Ace, what's going on? You gotta work a little bit harder now.
Yeah, he hasn't seen. He's his El Natural. You know, like he is the. That is wild that he is like that close and hasn't actually used a bot.
Followed by Alex Borpa, T-Man, and myself coming in 8th. Followed by Riddles, MXAK,
You're
Sonric.
coming ahead of. Oh, you're using a bot as well, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Miracle, Maldo, Odious, Kama, and who's that at 16th? 8 positions, doubled him. 8 positions higher. Is that Yeti? Oh my God, it is.
Mine's all by hand though. You know, like it's like the. There's something
This
to
volume and the amount of
like
positions is so small, I can't even read it.
The volume can't be small, surely not. What's my volume?
It's so small, I can't even read it. I gotta squint my eyes to look at it.
What is this? What time period is this over? What does that say my volume is?
This is over, I think, 60 days.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Because
Ericon.
most of my volume is in the early days.
Yeah, Cryptic 1010 and Drago and Jack Sparrows on the front page. Good job, guys. Let's check in on our spot game. Right now, Ace is up there with a 4x streak. Well, our overall streaks, the best streak was Blockchain Bane with a 47x. Pieter with his 36x. Cryptic with a 34x. And then coming in on the clans, number one clan right now is Spot On Vibes. Who's in that clan? OT, Adam, Vinweb, Jim, Clayho, Malene, CJ, Mike, Miko, Saturn, and Dried Fish 02.
That's the Ponage group.
Man, those guys are kicking some butt. Thanks, guys. Congratulations on being the number one clan. Oh, but who's number 2? Yeti and I in Wu-Tang Clan. Ace is our fearless leader, followed by myself, MXAK, Odious, Yeti, Speed, Your Daddy, Sparrow USA 24, Peace, and Base Boy.
Oh, yeah.
And number 3 is the Accurate Bulls, followed by the Giraffe Gambit GG. Dead effing last is Dead effing last now. they're number 5, followed by the Fide Whales, Ambiguity, Emmanuel College, Swiss Diplomacy, and Harvard Blockchain. Nice job out there, guys. Good work. So now let's go back to home.
You
Playing
know,
the Supercharged event. And we're back in it.
we need some of those bot players to join our clan. If you're out there and listening, jump into Wu-Tang. Bring us up to number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, Spot On Vibes is so far ahead of everyone else.
My goodness. far they're killing it out there.
Oh man. You know that weird thing with your mouse where it just sometimes like it's like it builds up static underneath it or something, and you go to move it and it's just like on the spot.
No, I'm a trackpad guy.
Oh.
You could tell I'm not a gamer.
Do you happen to own XRP?
Nope. Because I know them personally, so
Yeah.
decided not to.
Do you find yourself reminiscing on the sound of a modem?
Nope. I love my computer fans when they heat up, though. It means I'm cooking. It means I'm doing good work. It's music to my ears. Told you I want to be like my friend one day, where it's like I have all these systems around me where you call me on the phone and all you hear is just computer fans going off. Like, where are you? I'm in the lair right now. I'm in the AI bunker. Deep hidden away. Pretty good.
Do you know what volume you've pushed through on Hyperliquid in your paper stuff?
Not yet. I should probably check. Wait, make sure I'm not up on that. Okay, good. So make sure I'm not changing this window. Where could I find that?
You go to portfolio, and
Okay.
it's like in there. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Wait, let me check. Testnet one. 85.9K. So nothing crazy yet.
Yeah. I mean, I trade by hand, and I think I've got just from the oil trades, I've got like 4.5 million or something from all the buying and selling.
I've been doing some smaller stuff though, keeping it to like 2% of the portfolio. So I'm trying to make it more practical. Like,
oh, totally, yeah.
and I only have 1,000 testnet tokens on there, so.
Yep. What clan is it? Can you? Oh, yeah, you should be able to look up a player and see what clan they're in. I want to know what clan Anumi is in. be able to search by their name or something.
Numi, I think. Numi might not have a clan. I don't know. Let's see if there's any news out there today. What's going on? Nothing. Oh, I know JP Morgan is going to accept it's either JP Morgan or it was, yeah, I'm pretty sure JP Morgan is going to accept Bitcoin as collateral, which I think is pretty big news for someone who doubted it for so many years to accept it as collateral.
Yeah,
I think that makes
that
sense,
is huge.
You know? What was our peak? Oh, man, we almost went to 80. That's promising.
Man, it is going down.
Yeah.
Like, if not for if we didn't have all of this crazy shit going on, then I'd have a different opinion. But
I don't know. I think we stay here for a little bit longer. I'm happy to switch my Bitcoin out of USDC back into Bitcoin, though. Feel good about it. Because I think I would have freaked out if it went up to 80.
I'd be getting out of it and re-entering in later.
I don't even really trade my Bitcoin, though. It's really just sits there.
Yep. I mean, I think that is generally the best move.
Yeah.
It's just right now, like, I think, like, the upside of it, like, if peace, if they're like, oh, there's a deal, it's all peace, then, like, it probably, goes up to 90, and so you'd lose 10% of it, bit over 10%, 15%. But if it like. Then that would be slow as well. It wouldn't like immediately jump up to 90. Like you could get in off a tiny difference, really. Actually, you could probably get in off a like a 2% difference. But if stuff hits the fan again, it'll drop hard and fast.
Yeah. When is it going to hit the fan, though? I don't know.
In like 3 days, I reckon. 3 to 5 days. Because
3
they, like,
days.
that White House leak came out. They denied it, but, like, it seems like, like it was, like, 2 reputable news agencies reporting it. And then the White House said that they didn't, that it wasn't a thing. But I believe the leak over the the White House saying anything these days.
Oh, I didn't have my screen up. Looks like we're going to be launching a new website soon, guys, with some coming soon details on there. Got exciting news. And looks like the dog's going to be let out.
Hell yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, I just got a bunch of new stuff to plug in today. Woo! I'm excited. Today's another good day of building. Oh, man, it's crazy. How many jobs AI is going to take? Like, I've been trying to warn my sister about it because she's in like a PhD program to do like psychology research and things like that. And I'm just like, you don't understand. There's not going to be a job in research. I was like, AI can do like, papers. They could write 100 papers written in 100 different perspectives. So it's easy for anyone to read. You could contextualize any of that research by being able to ask certain questions to the AI. And I was like, at that point, you're just gonna have AIs talking with other AIs about the research, and there's really not gonna be too much human intervention in it.
Yep.
I was just like, you can't compete. I was like, yeah, it might take you a week to read a stack of papers this big. AI is gonna do it in less than 5 minutes, and they could read 10 times that amount. And they're gonna
Yeah.
pay you what, like $100-something thousand to do it when the AI could do it for like $5. Usually doesn't believe me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, keep non-believing in AI. It doesn't seem like they're really letting the kids use it much in school yet. You know?
Yeah, well, H was saying it was like blocked at his uni.
Yeah,
Like, he
because
couldn't
they're
even get
trying to
an
justify
email
the
from.
value of their degrees. Trying to get
I
the
mean, I
value
think
of those.
it's like it. There'll still be such value to the degrees in a way. It'll just be
Yeah,
like, yeah. I'm sure maths felt the same way when a calculator came out.
yeah. But like the PhD program is like paid for by the school, and she gets a stipend. So I was like, yeah, like use that time where you don't have a lot of risk in life right now, right? You have this comfortability. You just have to go to school and do well, and you're getting a stipend. Like, take that time to find a niche skill, and then develop out the relationships in that said niche skill, so that when you can leave, like you have a place to go, and you have something that's valuable to people. You know,
Yep.
you have all the time now in the world. Like, just make sure you're thinking about your next thing already. Like, you have to plan. Even if you do this program, you're not going to get a job in that desired field, so you're going to have to figure out how to do something adjacent to it. That's going to be relationship based. But she doesn't want to listen to me, which is okay. I guess some of these kids got to learn the hard way. Unfortunately. Lawyer costs better come down too. It's like, come on, guys. You're using AI to go over your documents for you to send to another lawyer who's also using AI to go over the documents.
Yeah, although it's surprisingly bad at law. Like you'd think like law would be one thing it'd be quite good at, but it like
Well,
hallucinates cases and like even so like my partner works the Queensland government doing the croc management stuff and her like they use like this one that's specifically designed around like Queensland legislation. I think like for privacy reasons or whatever they can't for data reasons they don't
of
use like
course.
the normal ones.
Well,
But
sensitive
it
info.
like makes shit up all the time about like legislation that doesn't exist or that's like been superseded or like it's just like terrible at it. And it's like specifically designed for it.
Yeah. Well, I think the best lawyer knows how to navigate the law very well, and I think law can be subjective sometimes, right? It's about how good of a story you can spin it,
Yep.
and so AI really is not that dimensional yet, and so a good lawyer is sometimes one who can get around the laws, and the AI really doesn't want to do that, right? It wants to be strict and follow the laws to the T. So I think that is something difficult. So if you're a really just and sound lawyer, you might not have a job. But if you're a schemy lawyer, you could have a really good job. And the same thing I said to my friend who's an accountant. I said, oh, AI is going to replace your job. But you know what? They can't replace
A dodgy
an
accountant.
accountant. A dodgy accountant.
But they can though. Like you just need to be like AI. Like if I was like trying to avoid like like the common pitfalls that people get in trouble for evading tax, like what would I not do?
There's always a way to trick it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty funny. I'm excited to Frank launch that new game too.
The one that like nothing to do with Metafide one, just that one he was messing around with. Yeah,
the
that'd
one
be
he's
fun.
messing around with on his free time, just with
I reckon there'll be a bunch of those games coming out because I was talking with a friend about that exact kind of concept as well, like a AI. Yeah, I won't say it on here, but yeah, I was exact, very, very, very similar concepts to it. Different in how it runs, but like not that we built it, but that we were just talking about it.
Yeah, I think it's like every kid from like the '90s played board
Yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
So I think it's been a dream of theirs. Yesterday, I realized my stepdad is one of the best stock investors I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, and he works for like the power company. He is like a lineman, so he actually like makes sure all the lines stay up. And I found out like he's such a good investor because he's always just figured out like, oh, when we're connecting the power to these data centers, like who owns the chips, right? And so he invested super early on into Nvidia because he's like, man,
Nice.
I'm running all the power to these stations. They're using a ton of energy. He's like, they must have something serious going on here. And he got in before anyone else.
Nice.
What the heck? And he gave me a tip yesterday for a company called Credo, who it looks like they're going to be the ones to replace like a lot of the current infrastructure over here in the US. So it's like if you want to have this whole world of AI and data centers, like we're going to need to upgrade our grid. And it looks like these are going to be one of the guys to do it. So pretty good tip out there for anyone.
What's
again, not stock
about
advice. This is just personal. Not giving out any advice. Again, this is just stuff that I've seen in my personal life from people around me, and I'm just commenting on it. And that was a personal opinion that I gave to Yeti, not stock advice.
I find it so weird that we've got to be careful about that. Like, if anyone's like, if you're on here taking financial advice from me, then you are a fucking moron. Exactly. Don't take financial advice from me. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a whole rule because they want to protect these guys who make 8% off your portfolio every year while your portfolio does 8%.
Yeah.
Listen, I know about this really good ETF. It's called SPY. It's called Vanguard. What were you going to say?
Oh, just anyone that follows like my advice as financial advice, like you deserve to lose your money. Yeah. It was going to be lost in some other way anyway,
Yeah. You trust this guy over here with the long hair? Come on. Think about how many people with long hair have led you guys wrong. Where's the WeWork CEO now? It's pretty good. Yeah, I got a suspicious mustache. Come on. How can you trust this guy? Next time I get a mullet and make it worse. Dude, I want a mullet so badly.
Yeah, mullets are sick.
Yeah, of course. You're living in Australia, bro. Like you guys invented the mullet. Dude, I think I would look sick with a mullet. And then what I want to do is I want to shave like the underside of my head here and then tattoo like my whole back of my head like down to my neck there. So that when I'm in jiu-jitsu and like I put up my hair, then I just show like the tattoo and I look menacing.
So that I look menacing. That is like the most honest reason for getting a tattoo I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
I want one so I look menacing.
And one time I asked my girlfriend if I could shave off all my hair and tattoo my head, and she was like, "No." You can't. I was like, it'll grow back though. Come on, like I want some head tattoos. She's like, no, you can't. I was like, all right. I'll keep the hair. It's my defining character though. Everyone knows me by the long hair guy. So like if I did that, everyone would be like, who the hell is this guy?
Yep.
So, did I ever tell you about the time I got into a battle with Crypto Jesus?
No.
Yeah.
Who is Crypto Jesus?
So I was at a crypto thing. This guy dressed up as Jesus. And he goes to me, he goes, huh. We did the Spider-Man thing. I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, I'm the real Crypto Jesus. I'm like, listen, I'm not claiming I'm Jesus over here. You know, I don't believe like stuff like that, you know, claiming that. But I think you're fronting over here, man. Come on. I got the real hair. You're wearing a wig. Who's really got it going on? It was pretty good. Of course, like that's the one guy I'm standing behind the line and like just my luck, you know. He's like, I'm Crypto Jesus. I'm like, all right, well, that's self-appointed. I was like, people have called me that on their own, so like, nah, Jesus did not flow like this, you know. His hair was a little straighter.
I think I've shown you the video of where I was Jesus at I blessed a friend's wedding as Jesus.
Yeah. I did it like I did it one year for Halloween.
Yeah.
But it didn't start off that way. I like just can't.
Oh no! What is it? I'm what baiting you again?
Yeah, you're freaking clickbaiting me. I'll text you about it though.
Good, and then I'll be able to ask like the real specific questions to lead you into it. You know. I mean, that's true. That's very true. Had you actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, my friends made me do it. They thought it was so funny. I went to a dinner party, and so I got like the outfit and everything like that because like it was a traditional party, so like everyone else was dressed up that way, and they were like, okay, we got to get you dressed, and so I got it, and then I walked around the mall because they thought it was so fucking funny, like, and these are all like people from that area too, and I was like, you sure this is okay? And they're like, yeah, dude, way people do it all the time, and I was like, all right. And like some people see it as a sign of respect. Like it's not a bad thing at all. And I was like,
Yep.
okay. So I did it, but I think they were laughing at me the whole time. You know, that shit was
Like, how come
so
you guys
good.
don't have your one on? They're like, oh, we just, you know, like, we
Yeah,
just...
well, a few of them were wearing like a few of them were wearing it too. So
Yeah, right.
that was the funniest thing too. Like my friends over there, they were like, when we went out to a party afterwards, and some random guy comes up to me and he's like, you know, you look like this guy, and it's like some random white guy. And I'm like, you think all of us white people look the same? And they're like, we do. And I'm like, you understand? I was like, we think all of you guys look the same. And they're like, ah, and we like had a really good laugh about it. Like it's just like culturally shared across both. Like they're like, oh, we can't tell the difference between every white guy. And I was like, yeah, I mean, all you guys have like the beard and everything else too. Like it's hard to tell. And it was just like, you know, these like it's just again like people make such a big deal about some of these things, but the reality is when you're with your friends and it's like all good, it's like, yeah, like we all think kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, we were dying about it. Like we all thought it was so funny. Cause like one of the other guys is like, he looks nothing like that guy. What the heck? You think all white people look the same? Like it's just like again, like some people make such a stink about stuff, but the reality of it's like everyone's dying laughing about it.
Yep.
You know, it's like, oh man. That's the problem here in the US, you know, like everything's got to be made out into like a bigger situation than it is. And it's like, nah, like I really know these people. it's all good, dude. Oh my God, me just got an ADX there.
Who did?
Me, MEI. Well, this is the funniest thing because they told me that, and I'm like, you're the one who's in the wrong here. I'm like, first of all, have you ever met any of these people? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, you know, this is like absolutely fine. It's completely acceptable. And like, I'm offended. I'm like, first of all, you're white. You know? It's like, I don't get it, but it's okay. You know. Again, you're gonna get me clip farm, dude. Oh my God.
I haven't said anything. I've been trying to stop, you know.
It's okay. No one can pick
You
up
can.
pieces. It's all right.
You need a handler to stop you getting clip farmed. You need like a personal assistant that comes in.
So we've already talked about this. I'm like, Frank, I'm not the media guy. You know, like I'm not the guy to go out there and say stuff. I was like, I'll just go off the rails. Way too fast.
Like a midget reporter asking you, and you're like, oh.
Oh my God. Jeez. We have to be so careful over here.
Well, I am not in America, just so you know.
Yep. I think we found out like some of the world is just falling apart in the US, you know, every day. And like we're getting the most insane news. Like I'm sure you guys are watching it. Like I remember I used to see people argument in parliament, and I used to think, oh my God, these people are absolutely crazy. Like the way they're yelling at each other and like arguing. And I was like, this is just falling apart. Like there's no sanity here. And now I'm looking at the US and I'm like, it's 10 times worse.
Our parliament, did you say?
No, like the English parliament.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, our stuff is 10 times worse.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like watching all these people and like how we, you know, how people bring up these cases or like, you know, what the news says about this or that. And like the other day they found out like through tracking the money that this like far leftist group was funding the far right group, which is the KKK, to basically continue to spread racism as the far left group was supposed to be the one fighting it.
What?
Yep. I gotta find it for you here. This is the situation we live in America, man. Because if they don't have a cause, then you don't really need to raise a bunch of money. So it was called. Officials have announced fraud charges against the Southern Poverty Law Center, a civil rights group that tracks extremist organizations and played a prominent role in confronting the KKK. And so an incident charges the SPLC with 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. The organization president has said, "We would vigorously defend ourselves against our staff and our work." So the SPL, let's see. So let's find the rest of the stuff that's important in here. More than over 9 million per person. So they found out the SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremist it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred. They say they no longer work with paid informants and that this is in the past. They're trying to deny it. But here, you can start here and then look into it. That's the world we live in, America, man. Can't believe anything that anyone says. Can't believe any of these groups. And they're secretly funding the KKK. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Will not stand for that shit.
How wild is it? Like obviously they're fucked, but also like how just super fucking lame they are. Like they call themselves the Grand Wizard and shit like that. Like they are just like that is the lamest like fucking.
Dude, it's so fucking lame, dude.
It's
the outfits
so
suck,
weird.
Dude.
Sorry.
The outfits suck, man. Like, what the fuck? Who wants to be a freaking conehead? Stupid freaking conehead.
It's just I don't know. You'd think they'd be more like gnarly or something, but like.
Yeah, man, I fucking hate that shit, man.
Oh, they're disgusting, like absolutely despicable. But yeah, also
that is the highest form of bigotry. Lame. Like, those people are fucking stupid. It's like these people like are conspiracy theorists too, but it's like, don't you guys realize like if you want to basically go up against the 1%, you got to collectively gather the 99%, and the more separation we have, the less power we have to defeat the elites. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, come on, you guys are all against all the pedophiles and all these Epstein people, but yet like you're continuing to create a divide against a group of people who all share the same thing. We don't want this shit to happen. But now you're fighting about random, these other things, and your guys are going against each other, which is like a divide and conquer tactic in war. Like, it's the worst thing, man. I hate that type of stuff. And I really don't like how things have moved in the US, man. It's like, there's like, just so much more open racism, I would say, across social media nowadays. And it's like, that's the lowest hanging fruit, and it invalidates anything comes out of that group or that person says. It's just like, it's just like, why? It's like not the reality of the situation at all. And everything's always like so black and white and categorized into one area. And it's like, dude, I think people are people, man. Like, we all really want the same things. Like, that's why I have a big problem with labels. Like, I really don't like all these labels and different groups and things like that, because they block people sometimes from seeing like there are good points from multiple sides. And when you find out a lot of people want the same thing, but then they associate with one group and they categorize everything that you must think this exact way. And that's not the reality of it, man. Like, it's really not that black and white. Like, the world is extremely complex. Like I said earlier, humans are a contradiction, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, that's why I say I'm an incentive guy. Where do I reside politically? I'm an incentive guy. You know, create the right incentives in the world, get people to do the right things, give them something that's worth working towards, and you can fix all the problems of the world. It's that easy. Simple economics. But, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like problems that you come across with that. Like, it's like, I feel like a lot of incentive people like argue against like welfare safety nets because they say, oh, it incentivizes people to be lazy or whatever. I think there's like, you can always use, I feel like, not that I agree with incentives, but I think like people use it often as like a way of like trying to argue against
well, I think
that
make sure people's means are met. People are humans.
Yep.
They have expenses, and I don't think you should mess around with that. But I think, hey, like, if your kid is going to go to college, you know, and he gets good grades during that period of time, you should pay him more. You know, give people an incentive. Hey, you know, your kid continues to get good grades, you can get more food stamps every single month. You know, because he's got a good brain. He needs good brain food. He needs healthy food for that. You know, he's going to go off to college. Like, he might be able to, you know, bring the family out of that scenario and move them into a better area. Like, okay, great. Give that mother who raised that kid well, you know, more money. He's going to go to college, you know. He can't be there to work a job to even bring in extra income. She might be losing income sending him off to college. And she also might be losing part of their welfare when they send him off to college and they get a good job. So it's like, hey, like, help that mother out, you know. Give her an incentive, you know, give them a good payout for when they do well in school and succeed in life. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Like, you know, it's like, if you're not giving people something to aspire to, why are they going to try to do anything more than what they have? You know, you make them feel like they're trapped. You know, it's like, again, everything could be solved with incentives.
Oh, who took out the 10x pot?
Oh my goodness. Congratulations to them. Nice job, guys. All right, let's end this one here. Good chat with everyone. Appreciate everyone coming out today. Thank you, guys. And